You go at your pace. I probably just lost you in that one. One side then the other. Muscle conditioning today. Weights are tubing, down and up. You've got to weigh more or overload your muscles in some way, shape, or form in order to create change. So using weights, using repetition, using a combination of the two, which is what we're going to do today. We don't have to change everything. When we just change one thing, just squat down and up, reach forward, pull back, opening up the chest. And you choose how wide your legs are, where your feet are. Breathe and lift. Hips go back. But just by changing the order and how we do things, so we're going to do one leg and then we're going to do the same leg with a different exercise, we're creating overload by not switching. So when you start designing exercise programs, it's really not a revamp of everything you do, but just changing something makes a difference. So we're gonna rock over side to side, toes forward, one side, hips back. Push your hip back. So I want you to line yourself up before you move, lengthen your spine, little rotation, then from your core lift up and go to the other side. So right here, we're creating alignment. You know, when I do this at first, like just now, my knee goes, oh, hello. So I have to tweak my alignment, and that will change how I move for the rest of class, up and over to the other side, which will change the impact on my joints. And once you realize that it just takes changing your alignment from your hips to your knees, lift up other side, activating muscles that will hold your knee where your knee should be, instead of maybe where it wants to go on its own. You realize that you don't have to stop doing stuff, you just have to start doing stuff with a little more intention. One more time. Drop back, see if you can go a little bit lower. Push your hip back, and on this one, really lengthen your spine and create rotation. Driving through your heel, and you may be up here and that's fine. High or low, breathe in, breathe out, lift up to your center, other side. Hip goes back. Feel the lengthening in one leg, the strengthening in the other leg through that hip. Open it up, drop down, and now we're gonna go side to side. Just 10, 9, so you're just practicing using your legs in this alignment. Breathe and lift. In 4, 3, 2, and hold over to your left side. Rotate to the left, so look at that. You're in a lunge position. Square your hips up. Get the pressure into your front heel, not in that toe. Like, check, could you pick up that toe? And then square your hips and get soft on your back knee. So if you're putting a bunch of pressure on this back leg, your back knee might be talking to you. Shift your weight into your front heel, square the hips up, and drop down, lift up. So just, you're lunging, breathe and lift, chest up, breathe and lift. Find your center. So right here, start hugging your abs in more, like squeeze and lift from your center, meaning your core, meaning your abs, meaning your lower to mid back. 2 more times. Down and up, and then turn to the front, square everything up, drop over to one side, hips go back, and rotate. So it's not a long pause there. Square it up, shift your weight into the front heel. Again, we're creating different alignment. Check that you could lift up through that toe in the front, shift your weight until you need to, work your legs where they need to be, get soft through the back leg, down and up. So we're creating length in the hip flexor. Shoulders pull back, and then pull your abs in. I know that there are little ways that you can adjust this. You can keep adjusting. Like if your abs kind of let go, if your shoulders drop forward, are you breathing? Yes. 2 more times. Down and up, 1 more time. And back to the center. Right here, side to side, just 10, 9, and then we're gonna be done with this. 8, warming up your shoulders. 7, 6, 5, 4, I'm counting all of them. 3, 2. We did 10 for sure. Shake that out. Water if you need it. We're gonna go to a single leg. I'm gonna show you with my tubing. You may have tubing that just has the handles on it, which is perfect. I actually was gonna get my handles and I didn't. If you have one like this, you could put it here. Dumbbells. You could hold 2 dumbbells in your hand. Here's our move. We're gonna go down to the floor and then up to a shoulder press. So if you have tubing with a handle, you're gonna step on it, but be sure it's not under the arch of your shoe or it's gonna slide. So you want it on your toe or on your heel. When you go down, no need for tension. When you come up, right there. I'm gonna do it with my tubing. If you have dumbbells, hold on to them. One arm is all that moves. It will be different depending whether you use tubing or dumbbells, but that's okay, it's perfect. So one leg, optional, put your toe down. I'm gonna start with my toe down. You ready, set? Let's go. Hips back, and then press up. Hips go back, and then press up. So you don't want your elbow to be way back behind you. You can have it a little bit in front of you. You see I'm putting my toe down so I can stabilize and get down there. Breathing. Lift. 3 more times. 3, optional without the toe down. 2, nice and slow, right? And 1, shake it out, switch legs. You ready? So toe down, hip back. Here we go. Down, press and lift, find your balance. Down, press and lift. All that balance comes from your core, comes from your center line. So whether you're using tubing or dumbbells, it will be different, just different physics. Same general idea. Breathe and lift. Yes, stay connected to where your hips go. You got it. Almost there. In 3, press it up. In 2, press it up. 1 more. Down and press it up. Shake that out. Everybody get a sip of water. We're gonna move from that one right into our second exercise. So we're gonna do the right leg with that, and then we're gonna do a hinge with a fly. And I'm gonna figure out how we're doing that with the tubing. If you have dumbbells, you've got dumbbells. So your first leg, mine's my right, you're probably on your left. Whichever leg you did first, whichever leg you did first, I'll get it together. Here we go, hips back. Take it down and then press up. Take it down and then press up. So notice what's happening from your hips to your rib cage and then to your shoulders. This is such an opportunity to work your all of your muscles in conjunction, the way you work in life, right? I'm losing my tubing. Down and up. All the way to 10. I'm on 7. 8, there we go. 9, 1 more. Hips back, press up. Overload right here. Lunge position, split stance. We're gonna drop down and then we're gonna hinge forward. Down, hinge, fly. Up, down, hinge, fly. Single arm repeats. Single arm creates hinge, fly with the arm, and up. Down, hinge, fly, and up. Down, hinge, fly, and up. Down, hinge, fly, and up. You create a different core experience when you do single arm. Woo! This leg is working. Yes. Fly. If you've gotten to 10, you pause. If you haven't gotten to 10, this is my last one. Fly and up. Shake that out. Other side. Yes. Single leg. Are you ready? hips back. Let's go. Maybe you have your tubing situated a little differently, but you want to have it under your foot. You could cross it over the outside of your standing foot. Hips back, breathe and lift. If you have dumbbells, you just want to be sure that you're using your core as you lift it up. I don't care if that toe comes down in the back, most of the weight goes on this standing leg. I'm gonna go one extra. You don't have to, but why not? Press up, split stance. Are you ready? You're in lunge position. We're dropping down, pull your hip back, hinge forward, fly, down and up. Down, hinge forward, fly. That position there is two parts, down, then hinge, then fly. I don't care as much about the coming up, but the down needs to be two motions. If you drop down while you hinge forward, you're most likely going to put a bunch of shearing force on your knee, and you don't want that. Hinge, chest forward. Press up. Are you breathing? Yes, don't worry, we're gonna fly without the lunge. Up and up, down, this is your last one. Fly and up. Shake that out. Awesome job. Now we're switching legs with the fly. So tubing or dumbbells. I'm gonna do this one with dumbbells. You can do it with one or with two, but you're only moving one arm. It's really freeing. One leg in front, one in back. Same motion, down, hinge. Second set, single arm, press, lift up. Down, hinge, fly, press up. Hinge, what's happening in your core? The fly is much easier if you have the tubing that is a little smaller. If your tubing is too thick, it's hard to sort of manage. Are you breathing? Yes. Stay in it. Two more. Down, hinge, fly. Press it up. One more. Hinge, fly, and press up. Other side. Second set with the lunge, the hinge, and the fly. Tubing or dumbbells, either way. You ready? Let's go. Down, hinge, single arm. Changes how you work your core. Down, hinge, fly. Are your shoulders pulling back? Are you breathing? Press up. I want you to find your glutes on that one side. Yes. Breathe and lift. It's all about your mid-back on that fly. One more time. One more. Down, hinge, fly, and up. Now we're gonna go two legs. Tubing, if you're gonna use the tubing, we're gonna do single arm, two legs. So if you have tubing that's like this, you know, you have it under your feet, if you have the handles. Otherwise, if you have dumbbells, that's fine, but you're just gonna hold one and move the other. Abs in, shoulders back, looks like this, go. Yes, are you with me? Breathe and lift. Open this hand, pull the hand back, drop the elbow under, use your core. Awkward, yes? Awkward is perfect. We got two more. Breathe and lift, one more. Breathe and lift. So if you have dumbbells in your hands, that one hand is holding a weight. You ready? Other side, anchor your rib cage, go. Single. Single. Breathe and lift. There you go. You got it. Keep your elbow up there. My elbow is wanting to drop down. Are you breathing? In 3, in 2, and 1. Set it down. Now we're going to go to the lunge. I'm going to use dumbbells for that. Whew. So if you have tubing, you're putting it underneath your foot with one hand, one handle, single arm, down and up. Are you ready? Abs in, shoulders back. Here we go. Down and up. So we're continually using single leg, single arm. Press through the heel. And then when we go to 2 arms and 2 legs, you've got a lot more stability and a lot more strength. Breathe and lift. Keep your chest up. Keep your chin up. One more. And up. Switch legs. Switch arms. If you've got the tubing, switch where it is. Square it up. Here we go. Down and up. Elbow pulls back. Down and up. Pressing into this heel. Check your form. Right? We started out really working that form. Your alignment. Now's your chance to practice in motion. Breathe and lift. Yes. One more. Switch legs. Other arm. Whew. Hip back, chest up, let's go. Down and lift. Up on the up and lift. What's happening in your abs? I know what happens here to people as you kind of like let go, then you drop your shoulder down, lift your chest up, engage your mid back and pull your abs in. Breathe and lift. You got it. 3 more. Up, 2 more. 1 more. And lift. Switch legs. Toe and back. Tubing around the front if that's where you are. Shoulders back, hip back. Let's go. Down and up. Notice what's happening in that arm that's lifting. Lead with the elbow. Breathe. Stay in it. You got it. 3 more. Lift your chest a little bit more. 1 more time. And release. Shake it out. Now we're going to do 1 set of lateral raises, 2 feet down, both arms. I'm just giving the arm that just worked a second. So if you have tubing, mine won't work for this because it's too tight, but if you have tubing with the handles, just place it under your legs. If you need to make yourself shorter, do that because then your tubing doesn't have as far to stretch. Are you ready? Shoulders back 15 times. Let's go. 15. Bend your knees, lift your chest. Anytime you need to, you could single your arms out. Lead with the elbows. Keep drawing the shoulder blades back. And then pull your core in again. Even if you think you are, do it some more. Lift your chest just a little bit higher. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Set it down. Everybody get some water. Shake it out. That's how you get stronger through your posture, through your shoulders, from your core. Nothing works alone. All right, so now we're gonna do a hinge. I'm going back to this. So if you have dumbbells, grab your dumbbells. If you have tubing, you're gonna just stand on it. And then when you're gonna reach forward and hold on pretty close to your feet, right? So I'm just using a single layer of this. You're gonna hold pretty close to your feet. And if you have dumbbells, you can use pretty heavy dumbbells for this, but it's just a hinge. We're gonna add a curl in a second. All right, bend the knees, hips push back. It's a great exercise, don't skip it. So we're gonna reach forward with our chest, press through the heels, stand up. Micro bend your knees, keep your chin up. Whew. Breathe and lift. Shoulders pull back. Don't miss that. Hips back, spine long. Are you breathing? So you get to hinge forward as far as your hamstrings will let you go. So if you have really tight hamstrings, you might not go that far forward. And the only way you would get further is if you collapsed your back. Right? You don't want to do that. And then one more here. And I'll shake that out. While you shake that out, I'm going to show you the next one. We're going to go single leg with a bicep curl. So it's going to be single leg hinge, stand up, bicep curl. Single leg hinge. And I have my back knee bent. I'm not going to worry as much about the back leg on this one, which I know is surprising, but I want you to work on your hips squaring and your hips pushing back. So think about your hips down and then from your hips up, but just lift this leg either bent or extended, doesn't matter. So tubing, you're gonna grab it by your foot. Are you ready? Here we go. Hinge forward and then stand and curl. Hinge forward, stand and curl. You know that you are not forced to have one foot off the ground. You could always set one toe down, right? To keep your balance. Shoulders pull back. Don't miss that. Especially if you have the tubing, I think it's really easy to round forward. I'm going two more. How are you doing? Single leg, work your balance. One more. We're not switching legs yet. You can place a toe down, give yourself a second of rest. Now it's just a squat, down and up, just the legs. You ready? Same leg, let's go. Chest forward, shoulders back. You get to choose how low. If you put that toe down and back, you might be able to go really low. Right? If you've got the tubing, the closer to your ankles you hold it, the more it's going to change it. If you have both tubing and dumbbells, I recommend every once in a while in class using tubing. I know I kind of always use dumbbells. Breathe and lift, but it changes it. It changes at what part, it's all physics. It changes at what part of the motion your legs have to work the most or your arms. Breathe and lift. Whew. Two more. Press it up. These are slow, and that's where the magic happens. Press and lift, right there. Shake it out. Switch legs. We're doing the hinge with the curl. You ready? Get your foot on top of there. Grab onto it where you need to. If you've got dumbbells, just hold your dumbbells. Square your hips, slight bend to the standing leg. Let's go. Take it down. Press through your heel, lift up, and curl. Take it down, press through your heel, lift up and curl. Watch what's happening in your hips. This is the time where you focus on your alignment. This is the time where you focus on your foot. This is the time where you focus on your shoulders. The rest of the day, don't worry about it, right? You can think about whatever other more interesting things you want to think about, but right here is the time where you change the way your body moves. Don't miss it. Press into your heel, find your core. I'm going one more. Whoop. Hip goes back. I love the single legs because you find out you have one leg that doesn't want to do its job, right? Doesn't want to stabilize. And you would never know that if you did two because one leg would sneak in and take over. Single leg squat. Are you ready? Let's go. Take it down, push your hips back, press into your heels, stand up, find your center line. Down, Press and stand. You're focused on that hip. This is an excellent exercise to recruit your glutes. And I think you all know how much I believe that glute activation is what prevents so many other problems, right? So it's not just that your butt will look better, but your back won't hurt as much. Your hamstrings won't be as tight. One more time. I just want to do one more, just because. You can do it with me or not, you choose. Breathe and lift, shake it out. Oh my goodness, set down whatever you're holding, grab some water. We're gonna go to just bicep curls. And I will give you the option or the suggestion to do it here, which will create a little more recruitment of your legs and your core while you're curling. But if your legs feel like they need a minute, just stand up with your feet together. If you have tubing, you're gonna wanna stand with your feet together and hold the tubing. All right, we're gonna do 2 sets. I'm gonna do one with dumbbells, one with tubing. If you've got your dumbbells in your hands, shoulders slide back, let's go. 15, slow on the way down. 14, squeeze the shoulder blades more. Breathe and lift. Stay with me. How are your abs? How are they? Check in. Squeeze them in. Breathe and lift. Using your mid back to stabilize. We're going 2 more. 1 more. Right there. Set it down, shake it out. While your arms rest, I want your legs to move. So either with your weights or with your tubing, just down and up, legs only. Legs only. So the only reason I'm doing this is because I want your biceps to have a second. Hips back, shoulders back. But why just stand there when we could move? I feel that way about a lot of times during the day. Why just stand if you could move around? Shoulders back. In 3, 2 more. There's 2, 1 more. And there's 1. So if you've got your dumbbells, set them down for 1 second, shake your hands out. We're doing another set of bicep curls. I'm just gonna do this one, this time with tubing. So you could do it exactly how you just did it, or you could do it with your tubing if you have that. If you've got tubing, feet together, shoulders back, here we go. Curl it, slow on the way down. Right, so if you only use one modality, that's okay. Shoulders back, right? You only use tubing, you only use dumbbells. Pull your abs in. But there's some benefits to changing it up. You got it. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. Squeeze your core in. Lift your chest more. This is where you get stronger. You're going 5 more and then you're done with biceps. 4, breathe and lift. 3, chin is up. 2 more. You're practicing stabilizing your spine while you move your arms in this way. That's what makes it a core exercise. Shake that out. Shake it all out. Last one here, I want to go triceps. We're going to do a kickback, right? Like that. 2 sets of that. So tubing or dumbbells. Around the feet if it's tubing, elbows are going high. Both arms together if you can. If you need to, separate it out. Here we go. Extend and bend. Push your butt back further. Press your chest forward more. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. So you're practicing using your abs to stabilize your spine, right? You're squeezing all of the muscles all the way around, right into your spine. Think about that, like you're just holding it up. You're holding it stable so there's not strain and stress head and neck in neutral alignment. 3 more. Full extension at the top. That's where those triceps work. 2 and 1. Shake that out. Grab a sip of water. It's been a few minutes. We're gonna go one more set of those. Different today, yeah? Different can be better. Different could just be different. Second set, I'm doing it with the tubing. You're gonna grab on, and then you figure out how tight you can make it. You ready? Hips back, chest forward, elbows high, together, back, back. And just notice like where something wants to drop forward, where something wants to let go. Squeeze your abs in, squeeze your shoulder blades back, over and over. I just can't say it enough times because I know that it just sort of creeps down, it creeps forward. Stay with me, we're going 5 more. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Set it down, shake it out. Now we're gonna go down to the mat and we're gonna go onto a plank position and then we're gonna do push-ups from a plank position. It's gonna be great. So when we do that, you wanna keep your hips stable. If for any reason planking for you is not your thing, you could just do push-ups. There's always, always, always a modification. There's always a way you can adapt, you can adjust, and you can keep going. Your brain just might tell you that you need to stop. All right, so we're gonna go plank. Right arm is gonna lead up, up, down, down for 5. And then the left arm is gonna lead for 5. And then we're gonna take a break. All right, so elbows, toes, you could be on your knees. I'm gonna start on my knees and show you. Lengthen your spine. It's up, up, down, down. You ready? Right arm leads. Be sure you keep your hips square. I'm sure you could figure out doing this on the edge of a couch. Was that 5? I always want to go one more because I'd rather you do 1 too many than 1 too few. Other arm, unless you already got there. Where's your core? Fire it up. So many good things happen here. Shoulders, arms, abs. That was 5. Set it down and rest for a moment. Then we're gonna pick it back up and do it again. If you just did that on your knees with me, I challenge you to try it on your toes. Just try one. And if it's a no, it's a no, but you won't know unless you try it. So hands, toes, come on top of your hands. That's a key first part. Down to the elbows. You ready? Squeeze your shoulder blades, lock your thighs, squeeze your core. Go, up. Get the hand underneath you. Press down so you're not pushing out. Are you breathing? Yes? That was 5. Other arm. This should be work. 4. Practicing moving your body through space is one of the very best ways to train. Last one. Hold the plank. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Squeeze your shoulder blades. 2 and 1. Woo! Shake that all out. We're gonna flip over onto our backs. If you have a dumbbell, grab it so you weigh more than you do just standing here. And you're gonna lift up Press the hips up, press the heels down. Bridges, they might not be your favorite, but man, are they effective. Breathe and lift. Down and up 20 times. Down. Press and lift. Drive your heels down, lift your hips up, squeeze your rib cage down towards your waistline. Press it up. At the top, that's where you have the real work and the real opportunity. Right, so if you kind of do these, you're not going to get as much out of it as if you press down, squeeze and lift, relax your shoulders. You want to feel this in the back half. If you feel it in your lower back, focus on engaging your glutes more. Great opportunity for that. You got 4 more if you're with me. 4, and guess what? We're doing something different today because that's what today's all about. 3, 2 more. We're gonna flip over. 2, 1 more, and 1. So if you have a weight, lose the weight. It's the easiest weight to lose, just set it down. Man, and then elbows, one leg out. We're gonna keep working those glutes. So square up your hips, you're almost done. Down and up. So you just engaged your glutes, straight leg. Lift it up, breathe. Yes, you got it. Square your hips more and then kind of get lighter in the hip that's down so you're not sinking into it. Just feel your leg working, that's lifting. You want to stay light on the other leg. In 3, 2, light on your elbows, and 1, switch legs. Good stuff. So your core works because as you remember, every exercise is a core exercise. Down and up, get light on the leg that's bent so you're not sort of sinking into it. Lift up from your core. Get your mid-back active. Your core and your mid-back, like they just don't get to be slackers at any time. Straight leg in the back. Watch that back leg. I know what happens for a lot of you is it starts just kind of getting soft and sloppy, and then your lower back starts drooping. Like tighten everything up, lengthen everything. Three more, 2 more, 1 more. Switch legs. So you're just light. You're light, everything touching the ground. It's like you're barely touching the ground. It's like you're weightless, right? But the strength is in the lift. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, hug your abs in. Breathe and lift. Lift your core up again. Squeeze your back again. Extend that leg again. 10 more. You got it. 9, 8, 7, lift out of that hip. 6, chin up. 5, soft on your elbows. 4, 3, square the hips. I know they want to rock. 2, 1 more. Other leg, you are almost done. Extend it. Here we go. Down, lift up. Pull everything in to your spine. Breathe and lift. Yes. Really extend that leg. Get light through your elbows. Chin is up. 10 more. 10, 9, 8, squeeze your abs in, straighten out your spine. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 more, 2, and 1. Flip it over. You're almost done. We're gonna go back. We're gonna do this guy, the weights. First one is gonna be just the arms, and I want you to feel your core. Then we're gonna reach up, down, arms back. So you can choose a weight if you wanna use one, if you have one. If you don't, well, obviously don't. And if you don't feel comfortable with that, that's okay. So right here should be no work whatsoever. Like you could just kind of stay like this. That's when you know you're in the right position with the arms. All you're gonna do is like lift up as though you're giving your weight to somebody up standing above you. Arms over the head. So let's just practice this. Over the head, back to center. Drop the shoulder blades. Start focusing on your abs. Squeeze the shoulder blades down your back and then pull your rib cage down your front. And then hug in from your hip bones up. Right? And you want to exhale. Now that was 5, so now we're going to lift up. So at the top, it's a little extra, right? Down, press, lift. Your chin is up. There's no strain on your neck. You're setting your head down every time you reach the arms behind you. Right? You're just squeezing your abs in. You don't have to go exactly my pace, but you're not going to win any prizes for getting there faster. And as a matter of fact, you're more likely to get really sloppy. Right? When you make your muscles hold and wait a second and then slowly bring it down, you have so much more control, so much more strength, so much more power. I'm going 10 more. You with me? 10. Anchor your rib cage. 9. Breathe and lift. And of course, you don't have to lift at the top. If that's not feeling right for you, don't do it. I have 4 left. How are you doing? Notice if one side works harder than the other. Couple more. And when you get to your couple more, set that weight down. Don't hurt yourself doing that. Last thing, lift as high as you can go. Heel touch, 20 times, and then you're done. Let's go. Breathe. And I'm counting 1 and 1, 2 and 2, 3 and 3. Hug your abs in. You can always support your head and neck. It is not a head and neck exercise, but I do recommend that you switch hands so that because you're going to change it a little bit. Now I don't know what number we're on. So if you're counting yours, good for you. You can stop right at 20 instead of my 19 to 23 range. Breathing. Are you breathing? Do you feel your abs? I had to bring my feet closer so I didn't have to go as far. I'm going 3 more. 2 and 1. Oh my goodness, set your head and neck down, extend one leg up. A little different today. Relax your hips, relax your shoulders. You can move your ankle and then see if you can relax your hips more and relax your shoulders more. There's always more, there's always another level of letting go. And switch legs. Extend that heel up, relax the shoulder blades, all those muscles that hold them where they're supposed to be. Relax your hips, your head, your neck. And never do we miss the spine twist. Why? Because it is the best way to practice moving your spine the way it's meant to be moved, to see where you have tightness, to see where you have tension in your front side in your hips, and relax your lower back. Because as we sit or we do things straight up and down, we just create so much tension there. Other side, drop it over. And back to the center. Hug your knees in, breathe in, something good. Breathe out, something you don't need. Do that one more time. And then rock forward. Take your time standing up. Be sure you breathe as you do it so you don't get dizzy. You could stay down there and stretch. Breathing in, getting both sides again, just feeling the change, feeling how much stronger you are. And now that you've reset your body's alignment, you can go have an awesome day.